another altercation between a politician and another individual. So we're gonna dive into this a bit, but just a bit of background information. So the politician involved in this incident is Kevin De Leon, who is a sitting member of the LA council, the council board, or the city council. And back in October, right before the run-up to the midterms, there was the release of these tapes that implicated then the sitting leader of the city council, Nuri Martinez, and a bunch of racist and bigoted things that she said about a co-council member's adopted son, so on and so forth. And these tapes came from recordings of a phone call or set of phone calls that she had, I think, a year prior, and Kevin De Leon was on those tapes. Obviously, given the bigoted remarks that she made on that phone call, she was criticized heavily and strongly encouraged to resign. And I believe even Biden weighed in there, and she did. And Kevin De Leon was also called on to resign by some, although recently the members, constituents within that he represents, called for him to sort of continue with his term. So he hasn't resigned, and but recently he was embroiled in this altercation between an activist and himself. And so it looks like he was at a Christmas party or some sort of holiday celebration, and during that time, an activist initially approached him. Words were said, and not too clear on the details, but it resulted ultimately in an altercation between the two, and both are sort of pointing the finger at one another for this. And now let's look a bit further at the footage from reporting from this local news outlet here. What we see is it says this was released by maybe a staff member from Kevin De Leon's team, and he's saying that he was attempting to defend himself after saying Reedy had headbutted. Oh geez. So De Leon followed a battery complaint against Reedy, who countered by filing his own battery complaint against De Leon, according to the LAPD. So again, they're pointing the fingers at one another. Now, the video recording was sort of taken sort of at or sort of just after the altercation had just happened. So it's kind of difficult to sort of piece together exactly who's to be in fault. But it does look like, at the very least, the activists sort of initiated the confrontation by getting in the face of city council member Kevin De Leon, and sort of trying to provoke him. And I believe there were some eyewitness accounts as well, sort of saying that the activists sort of initiated this confrontation. So certainly that's those type of quote unquote aggressive tactics aren't effective, and I think they're certainly counterproductive to the overall goal of whatever the overall goal is of an activist. That, being physically confrontational is not going to be effective in achieving your goals. If you want to stay updated on breaking news around the world, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you.